5 unsolved mysteries that will keep you awake at night. 1. The disappearance of the Sodder children, Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family of West Virginia faced unimaginable horror when their home caught fire. George and Jenny Sodder, along with 4 of their children, managed to escape the blaze. But 5 children, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were never seen again. What began as a devastating fire quickly unraveled into one of the most perplexing mysteries in American history. As the flames consumed their home, strange details emerged. Jenny Sodder recalled hearing a loud bang on the roof, followed by a rolling sound just before the fire broke out. When the family tried to call for help, they discovered their phone lines had been cut. The ladder they needed to reach the children's room had mysteriously vanished, only to be found later down an embankment far from the house. Despite the fire, no remains of the 5 children were ever found. Appliances in the basement survived the fire, yet no bones were discovered. Jenny conducted her own experiments, burning animal bones, but they always left remains. A local crematorium confirmed that even at 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, bones do not completely disintegrate. Was it possible the children had been taken? Several witnesses reported seeing the children alive. A woman claimed to have seen them in a passing car during the fire, and another woman at a tourist stop said she served them breakfast the next morning. Sightings were even reported in Florida. The Sodders hired a private investigator, C.C. Tinsley, who uncovered that the local fire chief had buried a heart in a dynamite box, claiming it belonged to one of the children. But when the box was opened, it contained nothing but a beef liver. The family never gave up hope, and in 1968, they received a photograph of a young man resembling their missing son, Louis, with a cryptic message. Was it really him? The fate of the Sodder children remains a chilling and unresolved mystery. Number 2. The Hinterkaifeck murders. In 1922, on an isolated farm in Bavaria, Germany, the Gruber family was brutally murdered with a pickaxe. The Hinterkaifeck farm had always been a place of dread. Days before the attack, the family reported strange noises coming from their attic. They found a set of mysterious footprints leading to the house, but none leading away. Then, one night, the entire family, Andreas and Cecilia Gruber, their daughter Victoria, and her children, was savagely killed. Even their maid, who had only just begun working for them, was found murdered. But what came after the murders was even more terrifying. For several days after the killings, smoke was seen rising from the farmhouse chimney. The family's animals were fed, and neighbors noticed someone moving around inside the house. It seemed as though the killer had stayed at the scene, living among the corpses. Despite exhaustive investigations, the killer was never found. There were rumors of a family feud, or perhaps a local with dark secrets. Some believe the farm was cursed. Today, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Europe's most gruesome and unsolved mysteries, chilling all who hear it. 3. The Flannan Isles Lighthouse Mystery. Lighthouses are symbols of safety, but for 3 keepers stationed on the Flannan Isles in 1900, the lighthouse became a beacon of terror. After days of silence from the lighthouse, a relief ship arrived at the remote island, only to find it completely abandoned. The keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur, had vanished. Inside, meals were left uneaten, oilskins were missing, and one chair was overturned as if someone had left in a panic. The logbook contained unsettling entries describing a violent storm that had supposedly never occurred, with the final cryptic entry reading,
"The storm is over. The sea is calm. God is over all."
Yet, no storm had been reported in the area. The keepers were never found, and their fate remains one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries in maritime history. Were they swept away by a rogue wave, or did something far more sinister take them? Number 4. The Tamam Shud case, December 1st, 1948. An unidentified man was found dead on Somerton Beach in Australia, lying with his head propped against a seawall. He had no ID, no signs of struggle, and no visible injuries. The only clue? a scrap of paper in his pocket that read, Tamam Shud, Persian for it is finished. Investigators traced the slip of paper to a rare book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam. The book was found in a nearby car, with a strange code scribbled in the margins. Cryptographers have tried and failed to crack the code for decades. The man's identity remains a mystery. His fingerprints and dental records didn't match any in Australian or international databases. Was the Somerton man a spy, a victim of Cold War espionage, or a man who chose to end his life with a cryptic message? Theories abound, but no definitive answers have been found. The Tamam Shud case continues to puzzle even the most seasoned investigators. 5. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, March 8, 2014. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing, carrying 239 passengers and crew. But just hours after takeoff, the plane disappeared from radar, sparking the largest and most expensive search in aviation history. For weeks, search crews scoured the ocean, but no wreckage was found. Then, years later, pieces of debris began washing up on beaches thousands of miles from the flight path. Satellite data revealed that the plane had made a mysterious turn and flown for hours in the wrong direction before disappearing for good. Theories range from mechanical failure to hijacking to a deliberate act of destruction by the pilot. But without the black box, the true fate of MH370 remains unknown. It stands as one of the most haunting aviation mysteries of our time. Some mysteries may never be solved. These 5 cases remind us that the truth can remain hidden, lurking in the shadows. Join us next time as we explore more unsolved mysteries that defy explanation. Until then, remember, some stories are meant to remain in the dark. Subscribe for more mysteries, if you dare.